So this is going to have spoilers in it. Let me go ahead and say that now. So if you don't want spoilers, just click away. I understand. But I wanted to say I was kind of blown away with how accurate one of my subs was. We have conversations sometimes. He's come up with some crazy ideas or theories. I don't know if it's him coming up with it or he's reading this from somewhere, but some wild theories that actually came pretty true. So I'm going to go ahead and start off by saying the Venom thing. Basically, apparently there was a whole thing going on where they said the parasite would turn into like their version of Venom. I would say more prototype style, but Venom, prototype, both accurate descriptions, and that's basically what happens. I would say more along the lines of Venom because he's sentient. And I'm still kind of confused as to why this sentient booger monster wants to kill Soups, because if he does this with the virus, I thought he himself was developed from the same serum or offshoot of it. And if not, I'm wondering what he was developed from. Now, if you read the comics, from what I understand, I might not have read enough of them to understand this, but unlike Invincible, there is not aliens, not real aliens. They have all these genetically modified Soups that are genetically made. They're humans from base, and then they twist the stories around to say they were like space aliens, this, that, and the other. So from my understanding, there is no aliens. I haven't seen anything that would hint as such, and if I'm wrong, I apologize, and definitely let me know in the comments. But basically, if I had to guess, probably this entity was based off probably something space-like. Now, the only way we're really going to find out is if Homelander finds it. He is the de facto decider now. He is like the head honcho. Everybody answers to him. They have deputized all Vought Soups, basically. Anybody under the Vought name that is a Soup. And even down to that long-cocked monster, which was just really weird and disgusting, but still funny. Now, I want to go ahead and touch on something that's a little bit more serious in the show that I thought they probably glossed over and really didn't cover it well enough, in my opinion. So, the situation with Hughie and Starlight, I think that was a little bit shitty. I don't think it was handled right. I think they could have wrote it a little bit better. Now, it was glossed over by Hughie's side, and Starlight made it all about her, and not even understanding or trying to grasp the concept that her boyfriend was SA'd. So yeah, it was a real thing. So she just kind of ignores the fact that he got hurt, essentially. Don't get me wrong, she went through something traumatic that might be what is at play here, and that might be why she's just so stunned that, probably more felt wronged that he didn't even notice she was gone and she had to basically save herself. That might be part of the problem, I'm not sure, but they look like they made up a little bit towards the end anyway, so I don't know if they glossed over it or maybe the writing's better than what I'm thinking, but I just thought maybe they could have done it a little bit different, maybe handled a little bit more emotion on both sides instead of just Hughie kind of accepting the fact that he was just, done that way, and it was just kind of weird. And then they try to play off that it's so sweet that he knows all these little quirks about her, but he never, registered that until the end when the shifter was literally sweating their ass off. And the thing is that also bothered me, this huge buildup for Newman. Newman's been having this massive buildup as one of the strongest Soups next to Homelander and the Deep, basically. Nearly invulnerable, if not invulnerable to everything they could tell. The same thing with the Soldier Boy, that was still like a thing. They're so invulnerable they couldn't find a way to attack them. And then, out of nowhere, here comes Booger Venom from their universe, comes out, picks her up, and just rips her in half. Like, just out of nowhere. Easy, no issues. And clearly he's coming in to fuck shit up, because he comes in without a gray hair on him. And he has been rough, glossy eyes, a whole lot of, looks like vein problems going on in his eyes, like busted veins, stuff like that. And then he comes out clean, as if he was from the first episode, talking to Hughie, with the invisible, what was his, translucent. Now, the ending is something I have to explain and give you a little context. I haven't watched any of the Temp B show, or whatever it's called, the spinoff. I don't watch spinoffs that much, usually because they don't pertain to the main show that well. It's usually just a one-off. But it looks like it may pertain to the show a little bit more than I thought, so I definitely have to catch up on that, which will be happening soon, so I can get all the context of what's going on, because that's a thing that happens. The end, everybody's deputized, and basically Homelander is the de facto, head honcho. He's who everybody answers to. So, with all of them being deputized, they all answer to him. I need to know who the hell these people are, because I'm sure their backstories are going to mean something. Because I know there was a lot of people, a lot of discussion online about the show, and I never got around to watching it. Not because I didn't like it, I didn't think it would matter, and I was wrong, 100% wrong. God, it's probably gonna matter, unless the last episode is just a one-off, and they're gonna use them as side characters, and they're gonna get back to the main. What was it, 7? If they get back to them, because that's another thing to make sure everything's good. They went on a massive, stabby, shooty spree, little pew pew, because what happened is. What he didn't know, Newman calls him out and is like, oh, well, you're going to have to basically end everybody that has connection to you. If you don't, everybody that has dirt on you, could expose you, blah, blah, blah. And him being the kind of dummy he is, literally was like, oh, duh, I knew that. And then he instantly goes to, all right, I need a list of all the people that have dirt on us. And they just start going ham bananas on them. Now, the one thing that you notice, though, is the person at the top of the list, a girl named Ashley, and they killed the wrong one, literally is gone. She disappears. All right, you don't know why. You don't know how, because she takes some temp V, or it might have been actual compound V. I can't remember which one. But she takes it and just starts mutating. Her powers are like not understood. It's just it happens. So there's no telling what she becomes. I guess we'll find out that on season 5. And then another thing that happens at the end that kind of threw me off was the fact that they were going to sit there and actually not show A-Train in any capacity. A-Train is like my favorite character now because of his whole turning, from the good guy to an actual good guy. I like his personality, how he went from like this dude that was addicted to being the best and trying to be, the most influential one on TV, this, that, and the other. And he started losing things and realizing more and more that the people matter, not the, the fame. And then you start seeing more and more he wants to actually do good. So he starts feeling better about himself. And then him and Huey having that arc closed off, that anger, all that the problems are actually gone because A-Train finally, got the resolve that was needed, and Huey got his resolve because, in the first episode, right off the bat, A-Train kills his girlfriend by accident. It was an accident, but nonetheless, he just showed he didn't care. And the further along the show's going, the more A-Train's getting more empathy, more empathetic, and you can kind of tell that he wants to be the actual hero in this story. And I'm hoping he doesn't, get killed off like he is in the comics. I'm hoping they kind of have him stick around. I think he's killed in the comics. I might be wrong, but I hope he sticks around because his character is really good. The only unfortunate thing is it looks like he's starting to get more and more higher paying gigs. And if he does, that means there's a chance he might not get to stick around. They'll have to kill him off for business reasons. And that's going to suck because A-Train is a really well-written character at the moment. I think it's way better than the comics. And the best thing to say about the show is how different it is from the comics. I've seen a lot of people who was like, dude, this show is weird. It's just too gross. But yeah, well, don't read the comics then because they are like 10 times, 1,000 times worse. Now, the creator, if I'm not mistaken, also did a series called Crossed. I've not read it. I've seen bits and pieces of it. There's a reason why I don't watch it. I'd rather watch a YouTube channel. One of my favorite YouTube channels that covers like gore and stuff like that is called Spooky Rice. And if you can't see him right here, this is Paige. Just shout out. I'll even have a link below if you want to go check out his channel. But forewarning, it is graphic. A lot of the stuff he covers is very sensitive topics, super offensive. Especially that series itself, Crossed, is very grotesque. It is literally what could humans do if sin was the only thing they wanted to do. And I'm talking about it involves children, it involves innocent women, pregnant women, just innocent people. And it's really disgusting. But I'd rather watch him just, cover it. And also, I'm not sure if he has a bunch of stuff posted on his channel, but he's been having issues. He can't be monetized for the most part because all the stuff he's covering is very graphic. So whatever way you want to, please go support the guy. I love his content, and I wish I could say cue to Spooky Gohan like he does, but I can't. But yeah, to get back to the boys, basically the show is dialed down, which is a good thing. It's really easy to watch for me. The only thing is I usually miss a lot of the details because I'm watching it more in the background because it captivates me enough to watch it, but it doesn't have my full attention. That mimight be a me thing, though. But I have to say, the ending was pretty good. I liked it. Starlight got her powers back, so she can actually fly, not just float a little bit and like a puff of fart. She's actually able to get up and go. I don't know if she's going to match the speed of Homelander. I doubt it. But still, overall, I have to say, The ending was okay. I'm ready to see if they're going to phone it in and they just get out for whatever reason, or if it's actually going to be a problem. Because the cliffhanger shows it's a problem. Everybody's been arrested. Everybody has been collected by Supes, and there's no telling what they're going to do. And also, the guy that was running for president is also now been arrested as well on conspiracy to kill Newman. All of it's been exposed. They are all pants down, fingers and ass. They don't know what to do. But yeah, that's basically everything up to that point. I may have missed anything here or there. I'm sure you'll let me know. And yeah, that's about all I got to say. Y'all have a good one.